Looking for something to do today? It is a great day to head to Bastrop and check out their Halloween Fest. You can participate in a pumpkin decorating contest, trick-or-treating, interactive game booths, costume contests, and much more. And the best part is the admission is free. It is today from 5 this evening until 9 o'clock tonight in downtown Bastrop. Well, of course, you have to dress up in your costume, right? Today is the day to do it. You've been waiting half the year to do it. Well, one man has been waiting half the year to do it. For the last 20 years, he's been going down to 6th Street, and his costumes have gotten more elaborate as the years have gone on. Bud Hassard is the man behind the costume, and now there's a wonderful documentary about him. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Hey, thanks for having me. Happy Halloween.
You're welcome. Happy Halloween to you.
Yeah.
So 20 years you've been doing this, and when you first started, it was just the mask that you glued on your face. But tell me about how much more elaborate the costumes got.
Yeah, it just gets out of control. It's bigger and bigger every year. Yeah, started off with just pulling a mask on over my head like everybody else. And then went down to 6th Street and saw that people get pretty serious about that in this town, so had to step up my game a little bit.
Yeah, and so we have a little bit of video to show you. You not only create these just masks you pull over your face, but you actually create molds, and it becomes this really in-depth kind of hands-on work of art.
It is a combination of different techniques. A lot of it is sort of Hollywood-style special effects of sculpting and casting in latex and in silicone, and then the rest of it is almost like a parade float where it's chicken wire and PVC pipes, and it just gets bigger and bigger every year.
Now, was it last or year before you were the Headless Horseman?
A few years ago, yeah.
That was quite a hit on 6th Street. We have some video coming up. Tell me about how you put that together and how it freaked people out on 6th Street.
There it is. Right there. The Headless Horseman. That was one of my favorites. It was just huge. It started off on a bicycle, and I built it in my living room on top of a bicycle, and it wouldn't fit through the door, so I had to rebuild it a little bit and drop it out the window at the back of my apartment back then. So it was just resting on my shoulders. All of that is chicken wire and fabric and PVC pipe, and then my head was just a little severed head that the horseman was holding.
Crazy. And this right here, the Terminator, you built this, and that's your wife now, right?
That was my fiance at the time, and she still married me, even after all that, so.
Lucky you. Oh, that's incredible. So you spend about 6 months out of the year planning and preparing and drawing and sketching and figuring out who you're going to be.
I spend all year thinking about it, but you know, I try to limit the damage to about half of the year or less, just depending on what it's going to take, and just always thinking about what's it going to be next year.
Wow. And so this year you are going to 6th Street tonight. So tell us about your costume this year.
Well, I can't tell you too much because it's not Halloween night yet, but it's a little different than I've done before. You know, it just got bigger and bigger every year, and so this year I'm going smaller. And I should be a lot more nimble, a lot faster, a little creepier, a little sneakier, and so just something that you can get really up close to and have a lot of fun with.
Oh gosh, well, he may freak you out. Talk about this costume mask right here quickly.
Yeah, this guy, that's a flying monkey from my version of the Wizard of Oz. This was, there he is. This is the one that's in the documentary. I don't want to give away too much, but this was, we got a group of people together to do a really twisted version of the Wizard of Oz. So I was a flying monkey on the back of Toto. And the documentary just follows, you know, all the things I tried, the things that worked, some things that didn't work out, to finally end up with something that that was really fun and got a lot of attention on 6th Street and turned into a really fun little film too.
Well, the film is airing tonight on KLRU-Q. Today, actually this afternoon, today at 3 o'clock. It's called Halloween on 6th Street. If you miss it this afternoon, you can catch it on Hulu, HULU.com. It's called Halloween on 6th Street. It's a wonderful documentary produced by a local producer, Michelle Canning. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you. I don't know why anyone would call you boring. If you